Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news of this evening, motorcyclist dies following crash in Spanish Town. A motorcyclist on Sunday died following a collision along Walks Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. The deceased is a 30-year-old mechanic Ramon Fraser, who was of a Jobs Lane, Spanish Town address. It is reported that about 11 a.m., Fraser was riding a 2023 Yang motorbike along the roadway when, on reaching a section of the thoroughfare, a 2000 Toyota Land Cruiser turned right and collided into the motorcycle. Both vehicles were extensively damaged. Fraser sustained severe injuries and was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he succumbed. The driver of the vehicle was warned for prosecution. Olympic Way residents protest alleged police killing of TikToker. Irate residents in Olympic Way, St. Andrew, mounted a roadblock for a second day on Monday following the alleged police killing of 19-year-old Jaheim Morrison and the serious injury of another teen Saturday night. On Sunday, the residents used the debris, which they had set fire to block the road. According to residents, around 11 p.m., the teens were riding a motorcycle on Woodpecker Avenue in the community when they were chased by the police. It is reported that the police used their vehicle to hit the teens from the motorcycle before running over Morrison and crashing their service vehicle into a wall. The other teen is said to be in serious condition in hospital. They went to pay around robbing, but I don't know why the police get involved with them, because him have him license and him just buy the bike, said Morrison's father. Them never have to deal with it that way. Them could deal with it in a more professional way, but they just choose to take the two youth life like that, he stated, adding that the teens were shot before they were hit from the motorcycle. Residents claim that the deceased was a quieter person who mainly spent his time on the video sharing platform TikTok. They said this is the second alleged police killing in the community in a little over a year, after a man was shot and killed in May 2023. The Independent Commission of Investigation has launched a probe into the incident.
We want justice! We want justice! We want justice! The police Baba clean! Baba quiet youth! Baba not him talk! Him not come road! Him not go now, we are TikTok straight!
I'm protesting now about my son that the police officer chased them last night, picked them up for them bike and also run the vehicle over them and deal with them away and show them in the vehicle, carry them to the hospital and just like that.
Alright. Let's back up a little bit. First of all, who is your son?
Jaheim Morrison. And Brandon is my little friend's son. Two of them parked and my nine, two of them traveling on a motorcycle. They went to pay a grown-up bill, but I don't know what the outcome by the police. They get involved with them because they have a license and then just buy the bike. So I don't know the outcome, but the way they deal with the circumstances, how them deal with it, they don't have to deal with it. So they don't have to lick them like that and deal with them like that.
Where did this happen?
On Woodpecker Avenue, between Woodpecker and Kling.
That's last night?
Last night.
Around what time last night?
About after 11. My son is died from last night, and the next one now battering for life because them take a shot out of his bottom, also he is fighting for his life right now. And my son is currently dead from 3:30 this morning.
So they were hit from the vehicle, died and also shot, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, there was shot before and lick from the vehicle, and if you went on the scene up there where the accident took place, the piece of the wall, lick out the police unit, also damaged headlight, brake and bonnet up. So it's a terrible incident them deal with, and they don't have to deal with it that way. They could deal with it in a more professional way, but they just choose to take the food with like that. And last year, them time here, them police kill our youth, cold-blooded, same way, and this same avenue here, Eric Morgan. And we don't finally get a justice out of it, and this one take place now, and this one not going like that. We need justice in this one. No wanted, nothing in wanted pertaining to the law process, but at the time the bike might be not around the papers, but he has his license, so he just get the bike out Friday, Thursday, so I don't know if we get it straightened, so that might be the outcome why them chasing him, so I don't sure what the motive.
Several left homeless after fire ravages dwellings on Water Lane. More than 20 people were left homeless on Monday morning after fire gutted approximately 10 houses in a tenement dwelling on Water Lane in downtown Kingston. Several children are said to be among those affected. Residents say they lost all belongings in the fire. There were no reported injuries. According to Senior Superintendent Patrick Gooden, it took approximately 15 firefighters to extinguish the blaze, which began at 3:53 a.m. Gooden said it took members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade approximately 3 hours to contain the fire. The cause of the fire is yet to be determined.
At 3:53 a.m. this morning, the Jamaica Fire Brigade received a call of building on fire number 31 Water Lane. One unit from Trenchtown Fire Station initially responded. They called for assistance, which came from the Rallington Town and the York Park Fire Station. A total of 15 firefighters were involved in firefighting operation, which lasted for approximately 3.5 hours. The number of persons affected during this fire, a total of 23. That shares between adult and children. The fire totally destroyed the structure as a result of the type of constructions that was used, primarily board and zinc. We are not certain at this point in time as to the cause of the fire. However, we know that substantial amount of damage was done to the properties, which was confined to premises at number 31 and number 33 Water Lane. The fire is now under active investigation to determine what could have been the possible cause of this fire.
Health sector at a tipping point, says Dawes. Opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, is expressing solidarity with the healthcare workers who today protested the infrastructure challenges and human resource deficiencies facing Jamaica's public health system by wearing black. Clad in black at a press conference earlier this afternoon, Dawes, who is also a medical doctor, pointed fingers at Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, who he said has resorted to a blame game instead of addressing the infrastructural issues at the island's only specialist pediatric hospital. Last Thursday, the news reported that spinal surgery for 11-year-old Ajane Parchment, diagnosed with severe scoliosis, was postponed at the Bustamante Hospital for Children because the air conditioning, among other things, in the operating theater was not up to standard. Tufton, in a press conference that same day, said arrangements were being made to have the surgery performed at the University Hospital of the West Indies. He also asserted that there was no money issue involved in addressing the challenges facing Jamaica's public health facilities, but that systemic defects are behind the ills affecting some operations at hospitals. But according to Dawes, Tufton's response is pitting administrators against the doctors, suppliers against the Ministry of Health in what is effectively crisis management. There is a reluctance for the persons where the buck stops to accept the responsibility, he said. He said the health minister's assertion that there is no money problem in the health system is an affront to the health care professionals who are working in subpar conditions. The doctors who have been sitting in the moldy clinics with a fungus coming from the roof tiles, in the hot clinics without a working fan and AC units, who are there just so they can see the patients. They are making a sacrifice because it is about the patients so they try to get the things done, Dawes said. They have to listen to the rhetoric today, where it is being said the money that they have asked for repeatedly and being denied is not the problem. Instead, they are, he added. The Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, in a press release on Sunday, urged the Ministry of Health and Wellness to take immediate action to address the widespread infrastructural and human resource deficiencies in Jamaica healthcare facilities, stating that complaints about the health sector will become more frequent in the coming months. Dawes called for all stakeholders to work towards a resolution. The powers that be now ought to focus on repairing the damaged relationships between themselves and the doctors, the administrators and the nurses, and even patients who have been blamed for their part in this, and to see how they can all sit down and work together to stop the slide, because as I said, we are at a tipping point, he said. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.